Guys, shall we go, guys? It's over bell and I'm having a go. Welcome. I am live at www.twitch.tv/TLNA 0203286637. This is the phone number. Who's going to be first in the chat? No one's in the chat yet. Big boy? Nope. Are we actually live? Because I've changed the settings. When you change the settings, that bees thing up. No one's in the settings. We're live. There are 10 people here. Who's this? I don't want to join no 8K. Stephen! Nice to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. You're so welcome to the show. Hello, podcast listeners. Hello, Lewis. Let's let everybody come in. Here's Lonely God. I have to change it from YouTube back to here. Mikey G, Chaz, G Cuffs, Cycle Tour, Super Shory, Katifa, Prinkles, 0851661, Moraine, Lula, Paul, Lando, BAPT. Sweet Chili Dumpling, subscribing. Your subscriptions, guys, count. Thank you, big boy. Yes, sir. Where are my headphones? Oh, they're there. Let's go for these ones. Who have we got? Harsh. Max. You can come up here if you want. Come on. I don't want to pick you up every time. Come on. Thank you very much. You're a cat. You can jump. Nelly, Ace, Max, Rich, thank you. Prinkles, thank you. Put my headphones on. You don't like me in headphones, do you? You don't like me. You don't like me. Thank you, Prinkles. That's great. Mm-hmm. Oh, dear. Hello. What do you want? Look, if I kiss him, he'll flinch. There we go. Doesn't like it. Look at this. You see? Oh, it sounds so much better from my point of view. You probably can't hear it. Let's open up the phone lines. Apologies. Thank you. Apologies for not doing a show this morning. You know what's going on. I have got Pajama Speeders here. I've been listening for ages. Only fan, the Metries, Harsh Singer, subscribe. Your subscriptions count now. They didn't, by a bizarre quirk, for a while when we were on Twitch. Kind of money kind of went to them. But your subscriptions count now. Andrea, you're naughty. The Smiths, Russell Richard was there as well. Hello, everybody. I'm going insane. Izzy, you're naughty too. I'm going insane. You can call if you want. The phones. Oh, we don't want the paywall. I don't know if we're going to do a paywall today. Apologies. Right, let's start, because people will be listening to this podcast going, what is this? This is just a guy saying hello to people that we can't see because we're not here live. So I am going insane at the moment. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Mandy. Why can't I hear that? It doesn't matter. So you know that, right? My Pattie is ill, right? My cat, one of my cats, George's sister. George, you're a bit out of sorts because she's not here. So Pattie is ill. We can look at her. This isn't right. So Pattie is ill, right? And she broke her leg, and it's been a right old fuss. And it is going to cost if I'm lucky, it'll cost 7,000. Wedge posts, thank you. It's looking like it's 7,500, but it could actually be more. And I had a real happen on Saturday, and I mean I've already paid 4,500. It happened on. I haven't got any insurance. Forgot to get insurance for Pats. I got insurance for all the other cats, but Pattie and George forgot to do it. And if anyone has ever heard me do a show, then, hey, grifter, then you will know that I'm always telling people, get insurance. I need some oil. Get insurance for your cat. Get insurance. And I forgot. I was looking through my files, trying to... Why does that seem weird? I'm watching a slight delay. Is the audio in sync? Why am I watching a delay on OBS? That's not normal. I didn't have insurance. I was looking for the insurance and I didn't have it. There's a slight delay on OBS. But that's okay. I just mustn't look at it. Hello, Intel inside. Matt, thank you. New Patreon. She was lame. I found her lame. Big boys here. Yeah, big boys around. I found her lame in the back garden. Couldn't walk. Back legs were gone. It is slightly out. I would say refresh your screen because no one else seems to have a problem. But maybe they're lying to me. Maybe they're lying to me. That's possible. So she was lame. And obviously in a lot of pain. So you don't get 24-hour vets anymore. So I phoned up this company. You phone up your vet, and then they put you through to a company called Vet Now. Oh, yes. And they find something weird with lagging is there. Okay. They find like a vet that's under their umbrella. They charge primo dollar. And you can call in, by the way. So she had to go in. She went into the vets on Saturday afternoon, evening. And they told me that her leg was broken. They thought she'd been hit by a car. I don't think she was hit by a car because there's no way if she had a broken leg she could have got in my back garden. So I think she fell badly off of a newly exposed tree because I cut a bush and it's a weird tree. So I've chopped that down. So how is there a delay on OBS? That should just be like live. Hello. Hi. Yeah, there's a delay. It's broken leg. So they kept her in overnight and they did some scans on her and they kept her in Sunday night. And that was £1,900. Oh, that was £1,900. Okay, fine. They said, would you like us to refer her to a specialist? She needs surgery. I said, you certainly do. And they said that's going to be between £4,500 and £5,500 on top of the money you've already spent. And I just assumed that was the thing. I assumed that was the going rate. And then a couple of people, including Pete, went, is that really the going rate? So I was kind of all set for a fight. And then a friend who's a friend of a vet said, my friend says you're having a fundraiser for £7,500. That seems extortionate. So I went to the vets this morning at 8 to collect her, and the vet came out and said, that £4,500 to £5,500, that seems... She went, oh no, it's about right because of the broken leg and the broken pelvis. And I said, oh, you didn't mention the broken pelvis. Fractured, she said fractured. You didn't mention the fractured pelvis. And first of all I said, is this referral being done under the umbrella of Vets Now? They went, no, it's independent. I went, okay. You didn't mention the fracture, and she couldn't quite understand why I was upset that hadn't been mentioned. And then she said, then she went to get something and came back, and she said, right. Oh, I said, right. Listen, I'm going to pay you. I'm not getting out of paying the £1,900. I'd already paid $500. But before I give you that money, I want everything. I want all of the treatment. I want a list of all the treatment, all of the blood tests, and I want the x-rays. Can't give you the x-rays. I said, well, okay, then we have a slight problem because I'm not going to pay you until I can take the x-rays. She said, okay, you can have the x-rays by this evening. I said, no, I would like the x-rays now because I need to look for somewhere that might be a little bit cheaper. And she said, it will take an hour. I said, not a problem. I'll wait in the car and I'll pay you when I've got them. And she went in and then she came out 2 minutes later and said, I've sent them to you. And she showed me the x-ray and she said, right, so here is where the, why am I a little bit quiet? Maybe if I did that would be a little bit, is that better? It sounds quiet. She said, do I sound quiet to you guys? It looks quiet. Thank you, Mandy. Didn't see it, didn't need to see it. She said, okay, so this is the break in the leg, and this is where the pelvis is dislocated. And I said, whoa. Is it dislocated or is it fractured? She said, oh, it's dislocated. And I said, right, you said it was fractured. She was Spanish. She said, oh, my English isn't very good. I said, no. Your English is great. You said dislocated, right? I know there is a difference between dislocated and fractured. And I said about this. Anyway, we had an argument about the referral, and I said, "Is this referral? Why wasn't I told that it might be? I could possibly get it £3,000 cheaper." You said you were keen for the referral. I said, "Yeah, I was keen for the referral because I didn't know there might be a chance I could get it £3,000 cheaper somewhere else." So we had an argument. I spoke to my friend who's sort of like a vet, and he spoke to her, and we found somewhere that could do it for £2,000 cheaper, but they wouldn't be able to do it till later in the week. And they also couldn't offer her overnight care. So I would take her in, they'd do it, and I'd bring her home. And there's a strong chance that when that operation is done, that the cat's going to be incontinent, and they would be better off being on a drip and all of that stuff. So I went to the expensive place. Took her in. They're doing the operation tomorrow. She's in there. It's a horrible, horrible place. It's on a trading estate. And it was like a factory. There were so many people there. And I'm sat outside with her. And there's this really annoying person with their engine on for like 15 minutes. Just, I was thinking, turn that bloody thing off. Anyway, so she's in there. £4,500 to £5,500. And on the bill, there's actually extra charges for aftercare on top of the $1,900 I've already spent. So here's the thing: I did a GoFundMe yesterday, and it was for £5,000, and I wanted to stop it at £5,000, but I didn't. It went really, really quickly. It went to £5,500. Thank you, everybody that contributed. I couldn't work out how to stop it. So anyway, I stopped it at £5,500, which was incredibly generous. There was a lot of tears yesterday because I don't think I'm very well. And look, new muff. And I didn't sleep very well last night, and I didn't sleep very well for three reasons. One, I was worried about Pats. Two, I was worried about having a confrontation with the vet, which I did. We had an argument, but I didn't raise my voice, and I was not aggressive. I was forthright, but I was not aggressive because I wanted to be able to walk away. Thank you, Wedgie Posse. I wanted to be able to walk away not having to apologize for my language or my tone. So that's progress. And she did say, I complained about not being told about the fracture, about not being told about it possibly being cheaper. And she said, I do think you're overplaying this now. I said, I'm not. I just want to say the things that I think you've done wrong. So it raised £5,500, and it's going to be £7,500. So the third thing I couldn't sleep about was thinking, I got to give that money back. 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 It's not the right thing to have it. I can find a way of getting that money. I can find a way of getting that money. And £7,500 hurts. Right? So don't think it doesn't.
You should be in bed.
Josh, thank you. I'm not quite sure where that tip has gone, but thank you. Will that show up in there? I'll have to, there we go. Thank you, Josh. And I had to give that money back. It was the wrong thing for me to take that money, to take £5,500, when through a little bit of magic, I can get it. It hurts. You know the situation we were in. It hurts, but I had to give that money back. And I'd set up the GoFundMe, and I felt so ashamed.
Used to be in bed.
I felt so ashamed. I felt so ashamed at doing it. And I thought, what a fall from grace. 3.5 years ago, I was a big TV star in front of 15 million people. And now I'm begging for money to help fix my cat. And I felt ashamed. And I'd set that up in a panic. And it was set up in a panic, and it was set up when I was very upset. And I prayed on it, and I meditated on it, and it just felt uncomfortable. Sort of in my gut, actually. It felt uncomfortable. It felt there was a knot. And when there's a knot, that means I'm wrong somewhere. It means I've done something wrong. And I gave all the money back from the GoFundMe and the thing. Andrew B., you're a naughty lady. I gave all the money back. Sorry? And it was totally the right thing to do. It's totally the right thing to do. I couldn't accept £5,500. So, it was the right thing to do. So I did. So thank you everyone that gave me. I think most of the refunds have been processed from GoFundMe. I've certainly had a lot of emails saying what is that noise? I've certainly had a lot of emails from
Used to be in bed.
GoFundMe saying thank you, Chris. Thank you, Heidi. Dogman, how dare you? And there's part of me going, oh, Jesus, why did you give that money back? Why did you give that money back? You're an idiot. Why did you give that money back? Because it's the right thing to do. Because with magic, I can get the money. So for the next month, we're going to have the dono bar is going to be for Pattie. Right? And I wouldn't want the whole thing to be covered. Right? I wouldn't want the whole thing to be covered. This to me, I don't want to get anywhere near, thank you. This to me is a more acceptable way of getting some money towards it, is by using the dono bar. As opposed to GoFundMe for £5,500. This is a much more acceptable way of doing it. This is more acceptable for my spirit and for my soul. And I think it's the right thing. Well, I know it's the right thing. Alistair, brother, nice to see you. I know it's the right thing. So, if you feel so inclined to donate this way, no refunds this time, guys. Oh, I'm so glad I got these muffs. You can hear me breathe when I want you to hear me breathe. Wow. No refunds on this. Chris, thank you. Crayfish, thank you. If you can call it Pattie Cash. If you want to donate, then Brain Mage is raining. I don't know why I can't hear that. Can you hear that? Thank you, Brain Mage. I hope you had a great stream. Let's get a shout out. Thank you, Mandula.
Used to be in bed.
Jackie, thank you very much indeed. So, I can't hear that. I don't know what's going on. So, okay, big boy. It's big boy. Big boy, okay? Are you okay? You're okay? You're okay? All right, he's okay. Do you want to come and sit on my lap? Come on then. Okay. Big boy, okay. Doesn't do it when he sat on me. Big boy, okay. Won't do it when he sat on me. So I refunded the GoFundMe. It didn't feel right. This feels like a much more acceptable way for me. So if you want to give, beautiful, exclamation point, donate. If you don't want to give, or the refund upset you, or you, whatever, there's no pressure, right? There's no pressure. The support I got from Viz, from Donna Dolens, from Dennis LeCorrier was inspiring. But, it didn't feel right. I'll find a way to get the money. Right? It's my responsibility. It's not your responsibility. Hey, when I can't afford food, I'll do a GoFundMe. So next Tuesday then. Visionary Soup was upset by the refund. Wink. Listen, if I can't find money to eat, I'll do a GoFundMe then. For now, it's all as good as it can be. Patsy's in. Do you want to see her? Do you want to see her X-rays? Where's my mouse? Come here. By the way, David Turner's Patreon podcast is it's so goddamn beautiful. So goddamn beautiful. Let's have a look at Patsy's.
Used to be in bed.
Oh, we're. Excuse me. Can I see?
Donuts.
Right. So we're going to download that one. And which is the other one? Is it? Oh, it's that. It's that. I think it's that. Yeah, it's that. Is it? I'm not really great on X-rays. No, I don't think it is that. Wait, excuse me? Is that, what is going on with this cat? Oh, it's that. It's that one. So let's have a little look at her X-rays. So this is Pattie's pelvis. Pattie's pelvis. And can we make it bigger? I would love to make this bigger. I don't know. I don't understand how you.
Bed.
Whoa. Let's not get carried away. So this is her pelvis. And you see here?
Used to be in bed.
This is supposed to be like a rectangle. And boing, 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 boing. Somehow that's gone in to her body. All the other cats have got pet insurance, so I will get it for her. So this has gone into her body. And this is the knee. This is the knee. So that's the knee, and that should be there. And it's kind of snapped. That is the leg, isn't it? Yeah. So it's kind of snapped, and the knee has been pushed up. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to operate. The knee apparently is the easy bit. They're going to... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, so that's it. So the knee is the easy bit, right? The knee is the easy bit. Helen, Stacy, Drunk Chimp, thank you. Alex, thank you. King Nighttime Blues.
Used to be in
Thank
bed.
you. So the knee is the easy bit, right? They can kind of pull that back and then hold it in with screws. Thank you, Sue. They can hold it in with screws. The whole show isn't going to be about my cat. Please don't worry. They can hold it in with screws. The pelvis, that's the tricky bit. That's the bit that's costing all the money. Because what they need to do is they need to pull this back, and then they have to put like a screw all the way through here, right? Now, the problem is, I don't think the ankle's dislocated. The problem is the gap they have to put, the bone they have to put the screw through, and maybe it's a gap, I don't remember, is 4 millimeters wide. And if they get it wrong this way, she's incontinent. And if they get it wrong this way, is a blood vessel. If they get it wrong that way, they hit the nerves and she becomes incontinent. She's 20 months old. Harsh Singh! thank you. Narquelion, thank you. Sue Sutton, thank you. Alex, thank you. Drunk Chimp, thank you. Helen, thank you. Stacey, thank you again. Do I think she was hit by a car? I don't think she was hit by a car because I found her in the back garden and I don't think she couldn't walk. She could drag herself. I don't think there's any way she would have been able to get around. I think she fell off a tree badly. See you, Marizzle. And 250 quid already. I mean, I think I've said hello to everyone. I think she fell badly. Now, when I spoke to the vet, who is a friend of a friend, to talk about it, he said, look, if the money is a real problem, there's something you can do that you're not going to like the sound of, but it's cheap, and cats are fine with it. I said, okay, what's that? He said, you could amputate the leg. I said, well, this is where I made a joke. I said, I can find the money to keep the leg. However, would you be able to take both legs off and give her wheels? Hello? Silence. And then I had to say, and this is the worst thing you can say after you said something funny, I'm joking. I'm joking. You're right, Kate. If I've got that money, I've got that money. You're absolutely right. Thank you. When you have to say I'm joking after a joke, which I'll be saying a lot on August the 18th, oh, man, that's bad. That's bad news. So it wasn't the Spanish, it was the English guy I was speaking to. So that's where it's at, right? It's been a lousy couple of days. She's in the vets, which is this horrible, like, factory in a trading estate. It was awful. She's in there. They're operating tomorrow. I thought it was going to be today. It's tomorrow. Hopefully I get her Wednesday. With Big Boy missing for a few days before this. Do you think he was involved in the accident somehow? Maybe he was meeting a hit cat. You now have to type in chat. I was joking, guys. So it's been a really horrible couple of days. Rocket Man, thank you. Pelvis Fund, thank you. I set up the GoFundMe when I was so... What the hell is this goddamn piece of trash? I set up the GoFundMe when I was so upset. And not you, Jim. I set up the GoFundMe when I was so upset and I was so scared. And I worry about money and all of that stuff. Izzy, you've given money already, I think. So stop that. And giving it back was the right thing to do. Thank you. Doing it like this on a much smaller scale is the right thing to do. And you lot are brilliant, and I learned a lot about how wonderful. Here we go. I learned a lot about how wonderful people can be, strangers, and also people who are part of this community that Catherine and I have created. So a lot of you donated, and a lot of strangers picked up on it. And some didn't know who I was. Some knew I was the strawberry guy. And they donated. And I wasn't expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting that outpouring of love that came through. And so that's a lot to take away from this. That's a lot to take away from this entire horrible experience, right? And there will always be, because you know me, I never make the right decision.
Used to be in
Richard
bed.
G, spray paint Pattie and pass her off as one of the insured cats. I did think that when I was going through the insurance. I was thinking, oh shit, could I? But it all says the colour of the cats in the insurance. I did think that. And I'm so stupid for not getting her insured. Her and George weren't insured. I forgot. And I'm always telling people, oh, get insurance. 6, 7, 8 quid a month. You got to do it. Oh, you got 5 cats. That's a bit of money. But I thought I'd done it. Thank you. Big up the Gregorian. You know me, I make a decision and I go, oh, it was the wrong decision. And I'm now thinking that £5,500, man, that Jesus, that would be so handy. What was I doing? That's my ego saying that. And it was the right thing to do, man. It wasn't my ego, it was my will. It's my will saying that. When I follow my will, generally, I'm being selfish and I'm making really bad decisions. I have to step outside of myself. I'm going to say it. I have to check in with God. And non-Christian God, is not Jesus' dad. For me, God is higher power. It's like trees. It's like sunlight. It's rain. It's my kids' laughter. That, for me, is the higher power. And I had to check in with that, and it just sat so uncomfortably with me. So listen, if you want to donate, if you're listening to the podcast, this is a much smaller scale thing. I'm not putting down £5,000. Streamlabs.com/tips, is it? /TLNA. Tips or tip? Streamlabs.com/TLNA/tip. Stream Elements. Jesus Christ. Streamelements.com/TLNA/tip. So it's been horrible, and I'm not feeling well, and I'm off my ADHD meds because we got to focus on the what do you call it now? The bipolar meds. And I'm aware that I'm asking you lot for money a lot at the moment with merch and with tickets and with the Patreon and all of that stuff. So thank you. But shove it up your bum. I'm joking. This sounds so much better with this. Why do... This is what it sounded like without it. This is what it sounded like without it. This is what it sounds like with it. It sounds so much better, don't you think? So, how are you doing? I'm all over the shop, Andrea. And this bipolar stuff, man. I've been crying for no reason. I don't know what's going on. I'm not well. A couple of things came out of yesterday. I'm going to be doing like a little show on Milton Keynes FM. Very low budget. 40, 50 quid a show.
Be in bed.
But, Zermatt, thank you. But, ghosts, interesting. It's like 40 quid a show, I think, maybe 50, I don't know. But it's work, Katifa. 5 shows a week, and it'll be a nice little music show. Like a visionary soup, thank you. It'll be a proper little local radio show, right? And it'll be pre-recorded. I thought I was going to do them all in an afternoon, but I think you do it in the morning. And it'll either be like a mid-morning show on Milton Keynes FM, or it'll be a late-night show on Milton Keynes FM. And thank you. A guy called Darren got in touch on Facebook and said, wait for the Queen's microphone, guys. I record them at home. And he got in touch and said, would you be interested? It's probably not your cup of tea. It's what you might call boring old radio. Thank you, Nicky Nicks. I don't get to pick the tunes. It's all formatted. And I said to him, mate, I just want to work. I just want to work, and I will do anything. And people have this image of me. Please ask Jimbo to stop eating all the pepperonis at my parents' house. I've never had a pepperami. Let me turn this off. I've never had a pepperami. Would I like it? Maybe I have. What's going on here? Something's come through that shouldn't have come through. Andy, thank you for the sub. It's a bit of an animal. Come on, guys, please. Let me just turn this pinger off because you deserve better than this. You deserve better.
Be in bed.
So what was I saying? to God, what was I saying to you? No, don't. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. What was I saying? Can someone remind me what I was talking about? Will the show be available online? Yeah, you'll be able to listen to it. Listen, some of you, it's not going to be your cup of tea.
You'd be in bed.
Not going to be your cup of tea. It's very straightforward. Hi, I'm Ian Lee. Welcome to Milton Keynes FM. Here's Robbie Williams and Candy. The kind of thing I railed against, right? But railing against it was a little bit of a performance. And also, it's got quite a few listeners, right? How long before they ask you to suggest a mask burning at the Milton Keynes Bowl? It's got a lot of listeners, and I'm not going to tell these people, hey, you know that thing that you really like having on in the background or when you're at work or whatever? It's crap. I've just tweeted Catherine asking her to bring a couple of pepperami with her tomorrow, says Pete. Thank you. I'm not going to tell people that. Lewis, I don't know if I mentioned you. Thank you. Visionary Soup, thank you. Some may see it as a fall from grace. I see it as an act of kindness and generosity that Darren got in touch and said, probably don't want to do this, but it's here. And I went, yeah, I'll do it. Couple of 40, 80, 120, 160, 200 quid a week extra. Yes, man. Makes all the difference right now. Makes all the difference right now. So there's talk of it either being the evenings or mid-mornings. Don't know when I start. I think I'm recording like a test show this week, just because I don't really know how you do pre-recorded stuff. So I'm going to be doing it from home. I don't know how you do pre-recorded stuff. It's called voice tracking. I've never done it before. I've done it a couple of times years ago. So basically, I think I get sent the show, and I get the gaps where I've got to talk. Listen, it's not going to be a phone in, and it's not going to be me kind of wanging on like this, and we'll still be doing the Patreon, right? Let's have a listen, and you can hear what it sounds like. So I think it might be. Oh, it says Sam Carmichael. It says Andrea. I think this might be the show that I'm doing. I think. No slagging off the music like I did at Virgin. I refunded people, Ginger Ninja. Can we listen to it? Can we listen to it? Maybe we can't listen to... I don't think you can listen to it after it's gone. Is there a way to listen to it after it's gone? Let's have a listen to it now. Let's have a little listen to it now. Playing Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It is a big deal, James. It is a big deal. And my ego, we talked about my will earlier. My ego is like, ego. Desire to work, desire to feed my kids, desire to make back some of this money. Yes, please. Thank you. So it won't be next week because I'm away. Playlist search. What we played, how do I listen? We can work this out together. Let's work this out together. Maybe I just click here. Playing Ultranate. Is that how you say Ultranate? Because if I got to play Ultranate, I don't know. Listen live. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, here's the picture I do on the website. Kath has seen me do photo shoots, right? And she thinks it's hilarious because I've done photo shoots for TV programs and they're really boring. So I would just go... I'll just do it as it's clicking. Way, Biley! So this is Catherine. I spoke to Darren at Milton Keynes FM today. Got to record a little test show just to get me up to speed with the system, because I've never done voice tracking before. So I think what happens is I do record the show on the day, and I get sent the machine. I get sent what it looks like, Ultranate, me, and I record the links at home. 40 quid a pop, 200 quid a week. I'm in. And he was so kind. Apparently, I'd spoken to him before. I didn't remember. When he was, the guy called Darren, when he was setting up the station and was struggling, in the old bonds. And he said that I was really helpful to him. And he said, "This, you probably won't want to do this, and it's radio that you think is crap." And I said, "Dude, I want to work." And when I say radio, the kind of radio is crap, there's a little bit of that is performance, and it's also not what I would listen to. But they've got quite a big audience. They've got, Catherine, I think they've got something like, he mentioned two numbers, 350,000 and 2 million. One of those is unique users. It's not myriad, no. One of those is unique viewers on their website. I would suggest that's more than talk radio. Catherine says the same thing. So it's going to be a straight shot. And I'm not going to tell people, hey, you know that thing that you listen to and you really enjoy, or it's really helpful while you're working, or it's background while you're dozing, or whatever. I'm not going to say, yeah, that's crap. That's crap. That's what they like. So let's listen live, right? And it's not going to be your cup of tea, but, I wonder if we can. Yes, I agree. Oh, so you can't listen to a show that has happened, I don't think. Let's get some. Oh, is this? Click to start listening.
New from Anne-Marie and Little Mix. Good, that, isn't it? It's called Kiss My, and it's playing on MKFM. You heard it in first. Monday afternoon.
You can hear
final
that, right?
hour at work for Monday. We're getting through
I can't hear that.
Pink, All I Know So Far plays for you in just a moment.
I gotta do a little magic.
MKFM Drive.
You gotta do a little magic.
MK.
I'll turn it down.
Design, graphics,
Turn it down.
rap.
This is Audio Capture 5, and I would love to have the monitor on. No, I cannot hear it. What if I do this? If I cheat?
Offering deliveries not just to deliveries available, or there's same-day click and collect. Get free delivery with a £20 minimum spend. Order now at theonlinegreengrocer.com.
Here is an important announcement from
Lee
Council. Due to rising COVID-19 rates and
Liam Farage talking pints. Yes, man.
From Monday the 26th of July until
So I think it's probably the 10 o'clock in the morning slot. Might be an evening one.
Food and garden waste services restarted quickly, giving as much notice as possible when the service resumed.
I didn't get my bins, my recycling bins collected this week. And they wouldn't let me complain on Friday. They said, "Oh no, it's going to happen on Saturday. You can't complain." And then it didn't happen. I got to play it straight on there. I got to play by their rules. They, I always say, they very kindly invited me into their house. I'll play by their rules. So it's going to be a straight thing. A lot of you won't enjoy what I'm doing, and you'll go, "Oh, this isn't the Ian we know and love," and it isn't. This is the Ian that needs to work and wants to feed his kids. My mic's not hot. You don't talk at your ass. My mic is fine. It's just because that is coming through here because that is coming through. I can't hear it for some reason. So we'll still be doing this. Might have to change the schedule a little bit. I want to hear a link. I want to hear Michael Blades. I'm thrilled, right? I'm thrilled. I might find it a little claustrophobic, a little bit. I might find it difficult because this is not the thing that I do. But someone's offered me work. You watch, John Gaunt will have a pop. Alex Bellend will have a pop. I don't care. Kids will be proud of me. And be working. That's it. That's all I want.
With up to 7 years manufacturer warranty. First 2 services free and yours for just £149 a month.
There's a lot of adverts. I love it when there's a lot of adverts. Less for me to do. I always used to love it on radio stations. I've got a lot of adverts to play. Great. Less for me to do. I'm in. Thank you, Drunk Chimp. Thank you, Jimbo. I love it. A lot of adverts. Fine. Less for me to do. So I'm doing a test one this week. Thank you, Mandy. Exactly, Dan. I want to work.
Supported by our principal partners, including the MK Community Foundation. Connecting and growing our community.
MKFM travel update
with Skyline Taxis. Treble 2.
If there's travel as well, boom. Don't get to choose any of the music.
Queen Eleanor Street, that's between Watling Street and the Old Stratford roundabout in London Road.
I don't care. I don't care. And you watch people come out and take the piss. What's this shit? What's he doing? Don't care, mate. Don't care. How nice of someone to see that I was in trouble with a bit of money. Sofa Bomb, congrats. I doubt you would enjoy listening to what most of us do for jobs. If someone saw I was in trouble and helped. Here we go. Yes. What is this song, man? What is this? I like this.
Haven't always been this way.
This is Ultranate and Free.
I felt alone, still feel afraid.
Pink, I like Pink.
I stumble through it anyway.
Gonna get muted on Twitch. 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 Why, is there distortion from this microphone? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Is there distortion from this microphone? Is there distortion on this microphone? Oh yeah, and then a guy called Paul Kenton, who gave me my first ever job in radio at Milton Keynes Horizon. Is it fine? So it's fine on this, but it's distorted. Is it distorted on this? What is going on? So is there distortion? Is there distortion on the picture? This is a fun podcast, guys. Just when I was singing. All right, well, I won't sing anymore. Why is there a delay? So, Paul Kenton gave me my first job at FM 103 Horizon. I was only there for 6 months. It was before the 11 o'clock show. It was 97 going into 98. Robbie Williams and I guess Angels was big then. And I hated it. Got to work with the lovely Helen Lee, who's sadly no longer with us, and Trevor Marshall, who sadly is still with us. And David says, thing is, that sort of radio is way better than getting on a microphone and spouting hate like a dickhead in the hope that people call in, so F them. And I was in Black Thunder. They made me change my name to Ian McCartney because Helen Lee had a similar name to me, even though it's spelt differently, even though Lee wasn't my real name. And I really didn't like it. So I was there for 6 months. Anyway, Paul Kenton got back in touch, except his name isn't Paul Kenton. His name is Darren. And he works for a company that does kind of small voiceovers. And he said, look, it's not London fees. It's not big fees. Would you be interested in kind of getting on the books and hopefully I can get you some work? I went, dude, it's lovely to hear from you. 24 years later. Why is your name not Paul Kenton? And I would love to. I would love to. So 2 really cool things came out of tragedy. Lewis Griffiths, Save the Pussy. Good luck to Pattie. I've missed a few. Andy O'Sullivan, thank you for the sub. We've done Joe. Indigo Spiral. A lot of people said, sorry, it's not more. A lot of people said, sorry, it's not more. Because they gave £1, £5 or £20. That was partly when I thought, I can't keep this money. I can't keep this money. If people are, giving £1 and saying, sorry, it's not more. And then someone, and I've missed one of the Patreons who I have had occasion to speak to in a different environment. Some of you will know what I mean, and Catherine, I'll explain later, but some of you won't. I'd missed that she sent a message on Sunday that she was having to leave Patreon. And she explained in great detail, no need to. explained in great detail the situation that meant she couldn't afford the Patreon anymore. And I missed that message. And then today she wrote saying, "Oh my God, I've just seen what's happening with your cat. What a terrible time to leave Patreon. I will find a way." And I wrote back going, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare find a way. You," and I'm sorry I didn't reply to your message. Her situation, and some of you may know, I'm not going to say her name and I'm not going to explain it, but some of you will know her. So your situation is way more important than what's going on for me. If you subscribe again to Patreon, I'm gonna block you, but I'm gonna block you with love because your situation is much more important than us. And so I'd made the decision before that. But when people were given £1 and £5 and saying, "I'm sorry, it's not more," that was when I thought, no, £1 is a lot to some of these people. £5 is a lot. £20 is a lot to anyone. I thought, no. So you don't have to say, "Sorry, it's not more." You don't. Sofa Bum, thank you. 77_77777777777_777. Thank you for the follow. Titsalina, thank you. Jim Bowen, thank you for the gifted stub. Stacey Dum Dum, £25. Thank you very much indeed. Ross and Joey, our biggest fans in Aberdeen. Hey, Joey, £10. Thank you. So listen, this dono bar for the next few weeks, Daz, thank you for the sub. The dono bar for the next few weeks is going to be towards Pattie. This isn't going to be a £5,000 thing, right? I can get the money. But you know, if you feel so obliged, thank you. Catherine has very kindly said I can keep these donos. Moral of the story, if you refund me and Jen, you get 100% more back. That's why I did it. David Turners, if you're still here, I'd love to speak to you on the old telephone, although you're probably at work, because I listened to the Computer Game Show podcast, which I'm a really big fan of. Evil Pixie Boy, thank you. I hope you're not really an evil Pixie Boy. They've just subbed. And if you're listening and you feel compelled to such, stream, what is it? Stream Elements. Stream... No, that's yours, Catherine. That was before, that's yours. Stream Elements. Jack Fielder, thank you for the sub. Streamelements.com/TLNA/tip. Streamelements.com/TLNA/tip. But, thank you. Is Milton Keynes FN on DAB? Now, he did say it was on DAB, but I don't know if it still is. I think it might be, if you're in the region. So I was listening to the computer. David's gone, look. He pops in and thinks, "Oh, if I just type some things, then Ian will think I'm in for the whole thing." There was no show this morning, TJB Tree, because I was at Vets. I was arguing with vets in a car park. David Turner's The Computer Game Show, love it. He was saying some really, really nice things about me today, and all I can say is there was pleasures. And I want this to be family friendly. So there were adults, there were pleasures being made whilst David Turners was saying nice things about me. Kids, I was making candy floss. And then he said something he said two things he said that were very controversial. The first thing is that Ted Lasso was good. I ain't buying it. It's boring. The second thing he said was that Space Jam was rubbish. I want to punch that guy in the face. I want him mano a mano, right? But there'll be a circle of people on my side just in case. I want him on the floor, my knees on his shoulders, pinning him down, right? Charlie and Mike, thank you. And thank you, Boo. I want him. Can you see this? This is how I want him. And do this so you can see it. Hang on. You've got to see this. I want him like this, right? With knees Pretend these shoes are knees. Actually, these shoes, so they're on his shoulders, and then I drop to my knees, right? And what was I going to do then? Oh, and then I'm going to do a big greenie. And it's going to come out my mouth slowly. It's going to hang. And it's going to hang like that far from his face. That far from his face. And then just as it's about to break, swallow it back up. And that's it. That's all I want to do to him. But that, a loogie, that is going to be enough to scare him and know that if he ever says something about pop culture that I don't like. Jeremy Brown, thank you. Pattie is going to be okay. I did say I have to ask the question, what are the chances she's going to die? And he went, oh, no. She should be all right. Done this operation loads. But if he gets it wrong, he's got to put a screw through a 4mm gap or a bit of bone. If he gets it wrong one way, a blood vessel is cut open and she dies. Gets it wrong another way, she's incontinent and we have to have her put down. So he'd batter the James Farley. Okay, all right. Well, I'll set Kath on James Farley. Beastie Boy, I'm refunding your refund. Thank you very much indeed. I'll set Catherine on Farley. Let's have a punch-up, man. Let's have because we were going to play games with the computer game show. Mandy says, when does it get good? Roger, I missed what you said when you came in. I saw your name and I didn't know what you said. So we have the computer game show and me and Catherine. Now, there are 4 of you, so we get to choose 2 listeners to come with us. I'm choosing Gatford. I'm tempted to choose David Turner's. No, I'm choosing Gatford and Mandula. Right? I'm choosing those 2. They're crazy. They're loco. Mandula's loco. And we'll have a punch-up in a car park. You choose the car park of your choice, and we will have a punch-up. Let's see how that goes. I love this muff. The computer gang show. Yo. Mandy's got a brick of justice. Jesus Christ. So I've been going for walks. How many steps did I do today? I'm only getting about like 3,500. I'm feeling so ill. But I'm making myself do stuff that I know will help. Walking is, how many steps did we do? 4,003. That's not bad. I wrestled a listener once. Did you know that? Have you seen that? That's on YouTube, right? I wrestled a listener. For ages at Talk as well, we'd pretended that we'd punched a listener and we'd filmed it, but then we weren't allowed to show it. Do you remember that? We did that, Catherine, didn't we? We said that we'd punched a listener and filmed it, but it got legal and Talk were cacking themselves, and we weren't allowed to play it on the air and show it. Where they would love that now. They would love that now. Okay, Ian Lee fights a listener. This was funny, man. Oh, look at this. We're not going to watch. It's only had 93 views. This is funny. We're not going to watch it all because I don't like watching myself. All right. You can hear that. Why can't I hear that? What am I doing wrong? A41. All right. Yeah. Naked. St. John's here. Hey, St. John, I've been having pet trouble. The audio output 5. Properties. Speakers. Yes. 7,500 to 8,500 pounds, St. John, for an operation on one of my cats. What a world. That one's got 6,000 views. Okay. Audio output capture 5. Monitor and output. I'm going to have to add another thing. Because I can't hear that. What if I go here, 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 here? No. All right, we'll add another audio output. Why the hell not? Jesus. Audio output capture 11. Device. Just do that. Do that. Do that.
Max, the pain.
Now it's coming out of the speakers. What is going on with this thing? Oh, I've buggered it up.
I
can't hear it. I think I might have drawn a moustache on, or maybe I was growing one there. Why can't I hear? Thank you, St. Jim. I'm just going to turn all of these up and see if I can hear through any of these, right? There's loads of... Hello?
I'm going to beat the crap out.
Why can't I hear? This is not technical. Jeez, man, it's expensive, St. John, isn't it? Vets. But, you know, they're very... I mean, the emergency vet was a bit of a... I've read about vets now. It's a little bit of that. But, you know, they're highly trained. Certainly wouldn't... that's what it costs. That's what it costs. And that's what it costs. Why can I not hear that? And also, there are kids. You know. People say, "Why would you?"
Used to be in bed.
One of the vet friend said, "There is a cheaper way. You could amputate the leg. Cats are fine with 3 legs." And I went, "Nah, mate. I can't do that." Right? Can you hear that? You can hear that kind of echoing, right? Where are you coming out from? Where are you coming out, Alfie? Thank you, mate. Thank you. Well, I can't hear it. Right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to close you. The fudge? What the fudge? I mean, I'd love a cat with 3 legs, but I've got to do There's no echo, but I can't hear it. I would have to stop the stream and restart the stream. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I mean, it means I probably couldn't hear a phone call. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Will you all come back? There's 284 of you. And I want you all to come back. I don't want any one of you to disappear. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to restart the computer.